I paddle down the River Rhine in the Netherlands, in my canoe, in search of unknown waterways and streams, from the German border to the North Sea. From the water, I am able to experience the current new lowland river area, with an original vision on water safety and rewilding nature, a landscape of river dunes, floodplain forests and swamps. In search of spectacular new wildlife. Sail along on my journey through a unique new land, on my way to the sea. It's early March and pretty cold on the water. I feel it. Everyone is excited. Me too. This morning it will be spring in the Biesbosch. When the fog lifts around them, I can see them better. I think the blue herons are at their best now. Fluttering head and chest feathers and bright red beak. The males occupy the nests first. They wait for the females to arrive. Some couples have already formed and are working on their offspring. But not everyone is equally lucky in love. When he returns to his nest, a young female is waiting for him. She is impressed with him. He tries her out. But she is unafraid and determined. She wants him and his nest. Another female approaches. She also has a crush on him. Suddenly, the young female intervenes. She now has a good chance of conquering the male and his nest. At the edge of a large marshland, I have a good view, and I see what I had hoped for: white-tailed eagle. I'm moved by their appearance. A large bird of prey, with a wingspan of more than 2 meters. Majestic, but mysterious. They always know how to hide well for such large birds. Their plaintive call is distant. They constantly seek each other's company. The next morning, the female eagle calls from their huge nest. The male replies with fresh nesting material. She is much taller and heavier than him. Her beak is huge and turns orange. She's the boss and pulls him by his wing. She urges him to go get fresh branches for the nest. I paddle through a fresh green willow forest. The creek has just enough water for me and my canoe. It's low tide. Very normal here in the Biesbosch. But such a freshwater tidal area is unique. Nature moves here to the rhythm of the tide. Two quarreling bald eagle chicks. And a caring mother eagle. The eagle chicks are only a few days old and vulnerable. Although the buzzard is a much smaller bird of prey, it likes the white-tailed eagle chicks. Father eagle is not far away. The young eagle chicks are well secured. Father eagle foresees the danger. Time for the hunt. The little eagle chicks now mainly eat small prey. Clumsily, the eagle drops onto its prey. But with prey, he returns to the nest. As a parent bird, it takes a lot of steering for the blue heron to land on the nest. has yet to begin. That was clearly not enough for 2 big heron chicks. Impatiently, the eagle hatchlings wait for food. They are now almost the size of their parents. Moorhen is on the menu today. The eagle parents still help with feeding. It won't be long before the youngsters start to find food on their own. The strong wind is ideal for trying out the wings. The nest is now really getting too small for 3 such giants. I paddle through a kind of primeval landscape. Dead willows on either side of the creek. They tell me a bizarre story. The trees died from a change in water level. The river invades the former polder again, which drowned the trees. History repeats itself here in the Biesbosch. Again and again there is the battle against the water. In the 15th century there was the Elizabeth flood that flooded the polder. Now it's happening again. but we do it ourselves, on purpose and with great results. Dikes are dug, the old creek system is restored again and branched into the current riverbed. The polder becomes nature again. The river is given space. In this way, during high tides, water can be safely stored, and as a result, a more natural area is created. Especially underwater, life here is almost more exuberant than above water. A great habitat for countless fish species. Deeply hidden at the bottom lies the largest monster in the river area, a giant catfish over a meter long. This fish species can grow to be 2 meters long and over 100 kilos in weight. During the day, it shelters on densely vegetated riverbeds. And at night, it hunts for fish and waterfowls in the shallows of the river. Early July, a summer evening in the beach bush. The yellow iris is in bloom. The 2 eagle chicks are fully grown now. The first youngster is getting ready for the leap of faith. A perfect takeoff and the first flight. Now the second youngster can no longer be left behind. As future monarchs, they inspect their kingdom. The land where the water could not be tamed. Slowly but surely, their numbers are growing. Great egrets. They patiently wait for what is to come almost every day. The wind is blowing strongly from the southwest. I am having trouble keeping my course. The large open space feels pleasant here on the island of Herons. The former farm island has become wilderness. Everywhere you see the traces of a recent past. At low tide, straight lines emerge under the feet of thousands of waders and ducks. Groups of lapwings and Eurasian widgeons have gathered. More than 40% of the northwest European population of these colorful duck species spend the winter in the lowlands. Then suddenly I see what the great egrets have been waiting so patiently for. Dozens of cormorants prepare for their daily hunt. The cormorants chase the fish ahead of them into the shallows. Large schools of bass and whitefish swim in panic for their lives. More and more cormorants are joining. They form an invisible trap. Now it's the time for the great egrets. They jostle for the best fishing spot. The cormorants chase the fish towards them. December, most of the great egrets have already left. It's an icy cold day today. I feel like the only living soul here on the island of 10 gemeten. Except for the Scottish Highlanders, cattle that graze the island. Such a prehistoric image. Aurochs migrating through a snowy delta. In May, I reached the wide open space of the river estuary. I approach an unexpected small island, no more than a mudplate, but a sanctuary for birds. I see hundreds of flocks of barnacle geese, until recently, the barnacle goose was a breeding bird of the northern tundra, but now also of the Dutch delta. I understand them. Why would you fly thousands of kilometers when an ideal habitat can be found here, both in winter and summer? The island is overcrowded. Neighborhood quarrels everywhere. Barnacle geese only use the small island as a breeding ground, not as a foraging ground. There is far too little to eat on the islands itself. An early nest has chicks. The parents have left the nest and call the chicks. Two of them decide to leave the nest to join their parents. They take their first steps into a new world. The chicks become completely disoriented. Who are their parents? Only with the help of their parents they can safely reach the water. Little black-backed gulls have already noticed them. It is getting risky now. The gulls may benefit from such an opportunity. The remaining chick has found its parents. parents will now defend it with all their might. Later in the season, common terns welcome me on the water. Small islands in the river delta inhabit a screaming mass of chicks of terns and gulls. It's not easy to find the chicks in such an overcrowded colony. Another pair of common terns have very young chicks. Mother stays on the nest to protect them from predators. From the sky, a new food drop is approaching. Father has caught a fresh fish. This prey is a little too big for the little chick. Father is getting impatient. Hurry up now. The chance. The young chick has made a hard landing. The other chick comes to take a look. Instinctively, the remaining chick looks for a safe place to hide from hungry gulls. Father checks the smaller chick. There's not much life left in it. Mother has also returned. She yells at her chick. Luckily for her, the chick reacts quickly and returns to the nest with her. In the distance, a huge dam is slowly but surely approaching. A colossal structure. One of the delta works, the Herons Dam. Built to protect the lowland against storms and high water. But it also has to drain the river water from the Rhine Delta into the North Sea. Many cormorants use the dam as a base. As soon as the dam opens to drain fresh river water into the sea, something is about to happen. The terns are the first to notice. A wave of food washes up. Now the cormorants also know that it's time to act. A large school of herring has been attracted by the influx of the fresh river water. Cormorants hunt the fish on the surface. That's exactly what the terns are waiting for. The water ebbs. The first sandbanks appear above water. Always surprising how fast the water comes and goes. A temporary seafood dinner is being served. Spoonbills know that shrimps and small fish must quickly flee to deeper water. A Among them, a young spoonbill. With its pale pink small beak, it constantly begs for food. But his parents are too busy feeding themselves. Clumsily, the young spoonbill decides to try it anyway. Around him, the adult birds catch shrimps and sticklebacks after another. Now he caught some too. Not good enough. And then, bingo! After dinner, the partner bond is tightened. Spoonbills often form partners for life. I achieved my goal. The river has suddenly become sea. Only a light swell reminds me of it. A new vision on water safety has become clear. The dam prevented the river ecosystem to flow freely between the river and the sea. Nature became obstructed by it. Now the dam has permanently opened again into small locks. Far upstream of the river, salt and fresh water will mix and create a new ingredient for the restoration of lowland nature. Even more opportunities for the recovery of a living river.